Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, the 41-year-old reigning NFL MVP, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots take on Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to... Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now the return man, this is Benny Cunningham. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. And as we get a look at the offensive starters, it will be interesting to see if they can make some adjustments from a week ago. They're going to need to.
Yeah, without a doubt, because last week was a real tough one for them. Could not move the ball the way that they thought they would. This week, a fresh start. Here we go.
They run. This is Cohen. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. On the defensive side, here are the starters for New England. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Now Trubisky to throw. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 3rd down. It's Cohen. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They both...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Danny Trevathan leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the...
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Shotgun now for Brady. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
You see it?
They go play action with Trubisky, sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady looking deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Play action. It's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing here, Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Flush to his right. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wait, 20.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Brady now to throw. Goes underneath here to White. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
He saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Kyle Van Noy coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This is White on the screen. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1 yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They go play action. Trubisky, they'll buy some time right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Now they'll run it on the toss. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Gotta go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the Sticks.
A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On second down, here's Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it third down. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Alert, 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 alert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
You see it? You see it?
Play action. Now Trubisky. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On second down, here's Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. New England on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Brady going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Throw left side, complete to Hogan. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pick up there of 20 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Hey,
Throwing again. Brady looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will score. Pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, Look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Cunningham, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Trubisky will throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though.
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They run with Cunningham, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it's Trubisky finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Back now at Soldier Field as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Brady. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
shotgun now for Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, it's Brady. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw, it's Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Brady will try again on second down. Oh, some strong running to the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be. And
he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case,
and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Hogan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Cunningham now to return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Again, Cunningham here on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Brady now on 1st down. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. Brady now on 1st down. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Coleman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. Space to run past the 20. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still first down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now Brady again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Brady. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Trubisky going to throw out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it?
Here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago,